I came across this thing while I was searching for something, probably for the iceberg, and we are going to learn, according to WikiHow, how to be a furry. Last updated March 23rd, 2023. 148 co-authors. I find that wording interesting too, because it's not like how to become a furry, how to express yourself as a furry. This is just like, this is the guide of the existential how to be a furry. The furry fandom is a large, inclusive community based on a love of anthropomorphic animals. This is already the best fucking article I've ever read on WikiHow. These are animals that talk, walk on two legs, and behave like both animals and humans.
The furry fandom is a large, inclusive community based on a love of anthropomorphic animals. These are animals that talk, walk on two legs, and behave like both animals and humans.
Remember, you don't need an expensive fursuit to be a furry. That is very good. That is the best advice already. No Ace knows what's going on. No expensive needed. It could just be, you know, just any old fursuit. Oh, I said expensive? Method 1, joining the furry community. One thing I gotta say, I love WikiHow illustrations. They're so good. They're thinking about this fursona. They're becoming this fursona. But that fursona is also, as you can see here, making them unwise. Like, you can see it. You can see it in the eyes. I and multiple people that I interact with on this channel have been like, yeah, I was basically a furry forever, but then after a point, I was like, okay, maybe I should like actually be social. Whether you've been interested in furry-related things for a while or you're totally new to the community, feel free to proclaim yourself a furry whenever and however you would like. It's true. If you want to create your own furry-related characters, meet other like-minded people, and or visit furry conventions, you'll probably love being a part of the furry community. But it's also totally okay to be a part of the community without calling yourself a furry. If you don't have a strong interest in anthropomorphic animals, but you still want to
oh my god!
But you still want to join the community, the people within it will likely welcome you with open arms. Likely. Legitimate advice amidst all the jokes. If you're a part of any community and you encounter the people that are being excluded by this statement, likely, like, if you want to be a part of a fandom and there is somebody that is not welcoming you with open arms, find the people that are. You don't want to try and spend weeks or months or years trying to impress the people who don't immediately open you with welcome arms. Stop trying to impress them. Find the other furries that actually immediately, like, click with you or like get you. You know what I mean? The likely is key there, and that's showing you the people that you don't want to try and be friends with. People aren't automatically furries if they happen to like anthropomorphic animals. They get to choose for themselves, unless you're an internet celebrity. Then people will constantly question whether or not you're a furry because you expressed like one time that you thought an anthro was hot. This is the average fur affinity experience. Or no, I guess this is probably more like Telegram, right? Because they're like, okay, wait, are they talking to a cat and the cat is sending the heart? Are they talking to somebody and this is like a Telegram sticker? Since the furry fandom is a global one, most furry activity happens on the internet. Try the mobile app Furry Amino or websites like So Furry and Fur Affinity. Furry Amino, from everything that I've seen, tends really, really young. So Furry, I have basically zero experience with, and Fur Affinity, I've mostly used to network with people that I like need to interview. Yes, like you can go to specialized places, obviously, but it's not 100% necessary. Also, I just realized I'm totally blocking it. We probably need to take a look at this later. Hop into the furry community on Reddit. R furry. That's true. Reddit also has a very, very large active furry base. You also have to consider that if you're trying to use Reddit to meet people, you're meeting people who use Reddit. So that is also something that you need to consider. Search through furry pages and tags on regular social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. That's true. That is also true. Especially, I don't know about Facebook, but Twitter and Instagram definitely have very, very active user bases in that regard too. Make and share furry fan art and other creative work. Explore your furry fanship or fursona through any hobby or creative project you'd like. Try writing fan fiction, creating music, making video animations, vlogging, illustrating fan art, or performing in your furry persona. True. This is literally how I started my channel. I was like, I'm gonna make music and I'm gonna do it under a fursona, and then it kind of just snowballed from there, you know what I mean? There's a place for every interest in the furry fandom. Artists, musicians, authors, dancers, comedians, actors, and many others celebrate their love of anthropomorphism through creative expression. That's true. It is a very, very creative community. Take on requests, trades, or commissions to share your creative work. Guy Fieri is just aggressively posturing in the corner now. These are great ways to help other furries get to know you and your work. Set up an info page outlining your terms, prices, and policies so others know what to expect. This is very true. It can be extremely intimidating talking to people that you've never talked to before, especially if it's something involving this. Like, list your fucking prices. Oh boy, what is this? It's Anthrocon, boys. This is an actual photo directly from Anthrocon. Attend a furry convention to meet other furries in person. Connecting online can be great, but there's nothing quite like meeting other furries in real life and seeing some of the media creators that you admire. You know, is this true? I don't know. I don't leave my house. I'm effectively a shut-in. I leave the house like twice a week, and I've definitely never been to a furcon except for an online one, which this is specifically talking about in person. So like, can anybody who's been to a furcon confirm? Is there nothing quite like meeting other furries in real life? What else would be like meeting furries? I don't know. I'm so socially anxious. Like, we're going to an anime convention in like a week and a half, and it's the one that I've literally been going to since 2006. Since I was like a baby. I think I was 13 the first year that I went. And so it's like, it's a comfort thing. So the idea of going someplace new is really intimidating for me. We made a friend at that convention last year, so he did some shows. Look, we made that friend in the first 5 minutes that we were there. We met them in line and did not talk to another single new person the entire weekend. That surpassed my quota and my expectations of meeting someone at that convention. And I was like, I'm good. I don't need to talk to another single new person all fucking weekend. No, you're right though. We did make a new friend there. Watch videos of furry convention events online if you're curious to see what they're all about. That's true. Tons and tons of people document them on YouTube now and everything. Oh no, they're ruining the magic. They're ruining the magic. They're not in the headless lounge. It's discourse time, everybody. Get involved in a local furry group. Many communities around the world have their own furry groups. Run a search for furries in your area to find individuals or meetup groups nearby. When you meet up, have fun. That's important with anybody that you meet. Remember to be careful when meeting up with people you met online. Always use common sense and meet in public places rather than a secluded private space. That's just good advice in general. I was part of the generation that my parents were like, don't ever tell people like your first name online. Even that much, they're gonna come to your house and murder you. I know that that's bullshit going to that extent, but this is just good advice for meeting anybody that you meet online ever. This is just good advice for meeting people. Socialize with other furries to form new friendships. How to get a cat for a pet. Oh, like how to adopt a cat. I was like, so I have a dog and the dog wants a cat. So how do I get a cat for my dog? Wow, There are quite a few subgroups within the furry community that cater to various interests, from gaming communities to literature clubs. Incorrect. Gamers and furries are mortal enemies, if the furry gamer TikTok wars taught me anything. But they are fucking nerds, so literature clubs make sense. Once you're a furry, focus on meeting new people both online and in person. Or just be a shut-in. If you want to socialize, do it, but like, it's perfectly acceptable. Just be your own little scrunkly guy. Start commenting on other furries' posts and reply to the furries who comment on yours. Okay, but I don't know if there's gonna be a disclaimer anywhere here. Don't just fucking say hi. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, y'all know that that's a thing. Don't just comment or DM just hi. That's not how you start conversations. Eventually start a chat and get to know them even better. Don't just fucking say hi. Don't do it. I've seen so many people complain about this, and I've had it done to me at this point. Putting yourself out there might sound like a daunting task, especially if you're shy or introverted. But remember that furries can often be some of the easiest and nicest people to talk to. Honestly, that's true. That's true. The number of people that like I have interviewed or who have like helped me with research for the iceberg in particular, like never fucking talked to them before in my life. And granted, 3 out of 4 people that I like DM or email don't reply to me. But the ones that do, it's just like, oh yeah, hey, I don't think I've had a single person say, I'm not going to talk to you for this project. It's very, very open. The more active you are in the community, the more friends you'll make and the more fun you'll have. Is that a guarantee? I'm not that active. And I have a lot of fun. And I think if I interacted more, I might have less fun. Be welcoming and non-judgmental around other furries. You'll find a lot of creativity in the furry community, so rather than judging and critiquing what other people are doing, be accepting and supportive of what and who you encounter. The furry community is a place where all kinds of people can really fit in, especially those who don't often feel like they fit in. That is also very true, especially where it comes to like gender and sexuality. That shit just like isn't a thing with most people that I've encountered. It's a very welcoming space in that regard. Wait, oh, I see. Okay, PG does not equal R. Okay. Forget your negative misconceptions about furries. There are a lot of myths and rumors about the furry community circulating through the media that you'll need to debunk for yourself and for others in your life. It's a very large and diverse community, a lot more than people realize. While it's not what defines the furry fandom, be aware that you'll probably encounter some erotic fan art and other content of a sexual nature, especially if you're on any sort of social media, let's be honest. That's just called being on the, honestly, yeah, that is just called being on the internet. I mean, like, don't other fandoms have sex in them? Like, you don't have to participate in that? Yeah, well, that's the thing though, is that people think that the sexual aspect or dimension of furry is just gross. So like, it's weird enough that it's the easy like punching bag. You can like anime and not have a waifu body pillow. You can like anime and not watch hentai at all, but apparently it's impossible to parse the difference here. Choose an animal species based your persona on. Okay, this can be really fucking tough. Apparently, once you break the seal on the first one, it's really easy to start creating more and more of them. The possibilities are endless. You're free to choose any species you desire, create a hybrid, or develop a completely made-up creature. True. That is true. You create your persona and you immediately just like make them hot. Pick out colors and markings to make your persona unique. There are no rules when it comes to designing your persona's appearance. Feel free to use naturalistic colors and realistic markings, or go for bright hues and unusual patterns if you prefer. But correct me if I'm wrong, if you go too crazy with your markings and you do eventually want a suit, because it's going to be a lot of airbrush work, that's going to increase the price, right? Oh, there you go. If you wish to buy a fursuit and make very colorful persona with many designs, it might be more expensive and the quality will go down. There you go. Okay, never mind. If you're not sure where to start, check out other furries personas online. Just make sure that you aren't totally, yeah, don't steal people's personas. Don't fucking do it. Just don't. Have fun when creating your persona's personality. It doesn't have to be anything like your own personality, but it can reflect your ideal personality or one specific side of you if you'd like. Yeah, this is why I think furry is so fucking cool. It's like manifesting. For instance, your persona might represent your wild and outgoing side if you tend to be a shy person. Create a list of personality traits as well as likes and dislikes and other fun facts about your persona's identity. Fun fact, I still have not done that. Try using your persona to show off your idealized self or explore an alter ego. See, that's the power move. You make a persona that's literally just you with a different skin. And then it's like, yeah, I am my ideal self. I've already achieved that. If you like writing, try writing out your persona's backstory, creating a narrative about them. Or just do like I have, and it's in your head and you still haven't written it down after like 18 goddamn months. Illustrate your persona if you want to create your own artwork. Y'all, I almost read this as pee-pee. Try to sketch out as many details as you can imagine, even if you don't plan to buy a full body fursuit. This is good advice. Look up free base for your animal on DeviantArt or Fur Affinity for some templates to get you started if you're basing your persona on a widely used animal species. Especially if you're like me and you can't fucking draw. This is a great idea. Just make sure you read the description and see if it says, you know, give me credit, and be sure to credit people. Why am I even trying to commentate on this? Remember to credit the artist who created it. There you go. There you go. It's almost like this is well written or something. Search through online furry communities to find artists who are willing to create artwork and illustrations for other furries. Be prepared to pay the artist for their work too. That sounds like a threat. But yes, do pay. Like, if you're an artist, do the work that you're paid for. If you're paying for work, actually pay for the fucking work. Share your persona with other furries and furry merch makers. Whether you draw your own persona or commission an illustration, set the image as your profile picture on furry websites so other furries get a sense of what your persona identity is like. If you want to get a fursuit made, make sure that your persona has at least a 3-view reference sheet, either drawn by you, colored on a base, or commissioned by a reference sheet artist. There are 18 more methods, it's true. There are a lot of ways you can be a furry, alright? But only one way to be a bumpy. A bumpy scaly? Just wait until you hear method number 16. Number 14 will blow your dick clean off.